Shalom. Shalom. Let me know if the volume is good. Alright, we're going to start off, first and foremost, by giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Abanawa Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the Church of Great Millstone, and shalom to the sincere, hopeful elect. You brothers out there prophesying in the true name and in the true doctrine about the times we're in and headed to. For the kingdom of heaven is at hand. The rebuilding of the tabernacle of David, which is our forefathers. Right? And we in them times. We in them times of all the prophecies that was written in the scriptures are now coming to pass throughout the whole globe. You know? The scriptures tell you about the famines, right? We're about to see great hyperinflation to the coming of the crashing of the dollar. We're seeing that happen, right? Where they're trying to turn everything digital, which is that fourth industrial revolution. So that way they're trying to merge machines and people, you know? Because see, these elites, Esau, right, the ones that control the strings of the government, right, where you got the banking families, you know, that control the gold, that control the fiat currency, the Fed, the Federal Reserve, right? You know, the Rothschilds that had the Bilderberg meetings, the world's health organization that controls them. You know, Bill Gates, all these rich high elites, the Edomites, that's their whole agenda, to be what? Like the Most High. See, only the Most High himself is what omnipresent or omnipotent, you know, which means he's everywhere all at once. He's orchestrating and controlling everything. But see, Esau with their technology, they're trying to be everywhere at once, full control, you know, of everyone and everything. But what? The Lord set up a bound to where they cannot pass. You know? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 9. Thou hast set a bound that they may not pass over, that they turn not again to cover the earth. You know, so the Lord set up a bound to where these elites can pass. Right now, we're witnessing, in this time, we're witnessing that the infrastructure of them trying to bring about their one world government, you know, their one world currency, their new world order, right? Which they're not gonna establish it, because the Lord ain't gonna let them establish it, you know. But we're seeing that hour of temptation slowly occurring. You know, we're seeing World War III. We're in the beginning stages of World War III. It already started, you know. And they're using what? The whole Ukraine as a scapegoat of why there's quote unquote shortages, you know. And we know, those that are in the know, that are watching these current events, and that are filtering everything through the scriptures, right, can see and understand. Yeah, these are man-made plagues, man-made famines or whatever. But all in all, the Lord is making that happen. The Lord is orchestrating this to happen. Because ultimately, we're leading to what? Jacob's trouble. And it's going to hit the major cities first. Like New York, Philadelphia, Chicago, right? LA, LAX, Detroit. Cities like that. The major cities are going to get hit hard, fast, quick. Because they're so isolated. You know? So what? You're going to see a lot of people start rioting more and more. You know, the scriptures speak about the uproars of the people. You seen that happen over there right now in Sri Lanka. Where they're rioting because of what? The lack of food. And when somebody's hungry, they can't feed their children. Those are the people that's going to show their true colors. Who they got faith in. Well, the Lord said this was going to happen. So, if you say you believe in the Lord, then why not? Hey, that's why the scriptures in Isaiah 33:6 say what? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy tongue. These people are already showing instability. People are already panicking. You know? And things haven't even hit full-fledged yet. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Right? The Lord kills, and the Lord makes alive. All right. So when somebody gets shot down in the street or get hit by a car, guess what? That's the judgment of the Lord. You know? But when a woman gives birth and now there's life, or when there's a new president or a new king, or you may win, you know what I mean? Whatever. The Lord does all these things. You know, the scriptures say the deceived and the deceiver are his. He controls both sides of the chessboard. You know? So don't say, why, Lord, why are you doing this? Nah, learn from it. That's the reason why he's doing it, so you can learn from it. And the majority of the people are not going to learn because they don't understand, and he's not giving them to understand. You know, the Lord said what? They are drunken but not with wine. They stagger but not with strong drink. Because everybody believes in the narratives of the social media that's literally manipulating, you know, the people psychologically, how to react. You got something called what? Problem, reaction, solution. So what? They cause the problem, right? They see the reaction of the people, so now they want to come up with a solution for the fucking problem that they caused. You know? So you got to think about it. Now you got shrinkflation, where they making the products or the bags or the bottles of whatever liquid or victuals, whatever food is in it, the packages, right? They're making them smaller, but they charging people more. And You got food off the shelves. You know, you got truck drivers not driving often, and soon permanently, due to high cost of diesel, you know, which they're the ones that deliver the goods to your local markets, because all this is a society collapse, right? Which the middle class is going to be completely wiped out. So it's destroying your mom and pop shops, you know, the middle class, where, you know, you got your restaurants, you got your local grocery stores, you got things of that nature, right, which is being destroyed as we speak. So now it's going to be harder for people to work. You got labor shortages. So this society is collapsing from the inside out, you know, just like Rome did, just like Greece, you know. The Lord is destroying the councils of America. And that's what's going to be the great memorial, the downfall of America, all right? Because what, we in Memorial Day, right? But the real memorial is going to be when this place fully collapses. That's going to be a memorial throughout all generations. Let's get another verse real quick. Let me finish this. So it says, Amos chapter 3 verse 6, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Right, so in the ancient times, when they blew a trumpet, it was for a sound of warning, to give a warning, an alarm unto the people in that civilization, because the place is as big as the people, as how much people dwell therein, right? So that was an alarm, you know, and so that way people can get ready. They stack their food, they get ready for an outside invader. So the Lord always set up, right, prophets, seers, you know, judges, to warn the people and blow the trumpet, which is this word. Because when you, like the scriptures say, in Isaiah 58:1, cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgressions. You know? So you got to lift up your voice like a trumpet, crying unto the people, giving them that warning of what's about to come to pass. That's what a prophet does. That's what watchmen do. That's their job. They watch for the events, you know, they watch for the outside invaders, you know, which are the prophecies, the plagues, the wars and rumors of wars, the famines, martial law, you know, watching for false prophets that try to sneak up, you know, and all that, bidding them to the marriage. But only a remnant was always saved out of all the captivities we were in. When the Lord destroyed these ancient civilizations that our people were held captives under, which the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Nineveh, Rome, Greece, ancient Babylon, destroyed the Moabites, the Ammonites, you know, the Assyrians. And what? We're held captives under the Egyptians today. The modern day Egyptians, the modern day Romans, the modern day Greeks, the modern Sodom, that same spirit is here today. So therefore those prophets are here today as well. You know, prophesying throughout the four corners, throughout the whole globe. Because this is going to be the last generation that the Lord is going to set up men to have to warn the people. You know? Because after that, the kingdom of heaven will be established on earth. But in order for that to happen, the Lord got to destroy the wicked kingdoms that's ruling today. Talk about Game of Thrones, right? Well, guess what? The King of Kings is coming back. How about that? You know? And he's going to destroy. Why do you think he told? He told what? The disciples. Book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 16. And this is talking about what? The only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew tongue. Right? Not Yeshua, not Yahshua, not Jesus, not Jehovah. None of those wicked ass bastard names. His name is Yahweh Shai, which comes in the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. Meaning he is, right? And his name is Yahweh Shai. He is the deliverer, because what? He's coming back to deliver his men, to deliver the remnant, which shall be that governing body, which will govern the earth when the kingdom of heaven is established. But in order for that to happen, all these kingdoms got to be destroyed. This is why I'm reading this. It says, and he had on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. There you go. The king, because you got many kings ruling now, right? That's referred to as what? Presidents, you know, or whatever. Those are wicked kings that the Lord set up, but at the same time, he shall destroy. Let's get this real quick. This is the book of Daniel. And what I'm mentioning now was a vision that Daniel even had. You know? And it was so brutal that Daniel got sick for about, 2 weeks? You know? But he saw the destruction of that beast, which is known as what? NATO. The army. The thief. You know? The military. And so what? Daniel saw how Yahweh Shai came and destroyed NATO and the horde that sitteth on the beast, which is what? America. You know? But this is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 44. And in the days of these kings, which is what? Plural. More than one. Many kings that's ruling right now. This is why we're seeing wars erupt. You know? You got the kings of Gog and Magog, Russia, the king of Moab and Ammon, which are Japanese and Chinese, the king of Babylon the Great, which is known as America, the Edomites, which go back to their forefathers, Esau, which is what? The so-called white people today. You know? And the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native and Seminole Indians, which are the biblical Israelites, are still held in captivity today, under the hands of these kings. So this is why when Yahweh Shai comes back, which is also known as who? The Redeemer. Because he's going to redeem his men and women and children that consist of that number, I believe, out of this prison. Daniel chapter 2 verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. Which is what? The kingdom of heaven that's going to be established on earth. It even tells you that in the Lord's Prayer. In the book of what? St. Matthew, the 6th chapter. You know? It says, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall, right, because what? When the kingdom of heaven is going to be established, you know, there's going to be complete order on earth. The real restoration. You know, when everything is restored in its proper order through what? Through the Spirit and wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know? It says, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. We're never going to sin. So therefore, we're never going to die. Therefore, there's never going to be wars. You know? We're never going to have to teach our people to get right again. You know, because what? Even though majority of our people are going to be destroyed, you know, and held responsible for their sins, you know, and going to have to suffer the consequences of when all hell breaks loose. In the kingdom, they're going to come back. The so-called reincarnation. They're going to come back in their right minds. They're going to be reborn in order, in a righteous spirit. You know, not corruptible, like this society. They're going to be what? Incorruptible. Okay? It says, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Right? So the kingdom of heaven is going to stand forever. You know? And there's not going to be any more, oh, we're going to go to war with this kingdom or that king. No. Yahweh is going to rule. The Heavenly Father is going to be in order. The governing body. Yahweh Shai. And under Yahweh Shai, King David. You know? Then the elders and the you know, the head apostles. You know? Then you're going to have the 144,000. The governing body. Then you're going to have the 1/3. Then you're going to have what? Friends of the prophets, helpers, the women, children. So that way we can repopulate in the kingdom. Then we really going to be what? Fruitful and multiply. Can't do that right now, man. You know? Verse 45. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, which is who? Yahweh Shai. Right? Because what? Yahweh Shai is what? That cornerstone. You see? And that stone that Daniel saw that was cut out without hands is Yahweh Shai. Because we building that temple, right, that's being built right now, the spiritual temple, which is going to be the house of David. It starts with men. Because the scriptures speak about us being what? Lively stones. And what? The kingdom of heaven starts with us first. You know? So we go out, we call out, we declare these words. And we see it manifest. Because the Lord is not a man to where he shall lie. You know, so when we declare these words out of the scriptures, then the Lord makes his move. You know? But the Lord is building up that temple using his men, because we're vessels, you know? We're vessels of honor, while Esau, these heathens, of what? Vessels of dishonor, which is known as who? The wicked, the devil, right? That deceiveth the whole world. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out without out of the mountain without hands, which is Yahweh Shai, because he's the cornerstone which we're building our temple upon, that cornerstone. Because you built a foundation on a cornerstone. No matter what storm comes at us, with the truth, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, it shall not overtake us. You know, but what? The house of Saul, these are the house of these prophets, the wicked scribes and Pharisees, the wicked Christians. You know, IUIC, Sakari, ISUPK, you know, all these wicked ass, you know, men that's leading the sheep astray, they're going to be weakened more and more, and they're going to be overthrown. You know, that prophesied lies, even knowing the name. It tells you that what? In the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 14. So you cannot trust these men that say they believe in God, but they're not warning the sheep. They're not prophesying in the true name and the true doctrine. You know? So they building their house on what? On quicksand. So to speak, you know? So it says, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold. The great God hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter. So what after that? After it was declared by the mouth of Daniel, which saw these events, right? And then spoke to the king about it. And what later on came to pass. So the Lord destroyed those ancient civilizations. You know? So the Lord is going to do that today. The Lord is saving the best for last. You know? Which what? The gold, the iron, the clay, all of that represented those ancient kingdoms that was ruling. Rome, Greece, the Assyrians. Alright, what's up, man? Preaching the word, bro. The Lord is coming back. So, now, you have what? The feet thereof, which is the end of the statue. The toes, right, that's mixed with iron and clay. You know, which is what? It shows a form of separatism, a division, which we're seeing that now. You see in America's allies betraying them because they're like, yo, we gotta eat too. You know? We're seeing NATO be broken down. Now you got Russia and China declaring to expand the BRICS nations, which is going against NATO. You know, so come on, man. The Lord spoke about a house going against itself. It shall not stand. And we're going to get that. I don't want to, roughly paraphrase it. But it says, to the king, says, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. We're going to jump up to 43. It says, and Daniel chapter 2 verse 43, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay. You know, and we know, that goes into what? The vision that John the Revelator had, right?